Yo ho ho, Don Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the Don Mafia Report. And unless you've been living under a rock, you might have just recently heard that New Era is pulling out of their agreement for the naming rights of New Era Field. Let's be honest, we've always called it the Ralph, but technically the Buffalo Bills Stadium is nameless, seeing that they do reach an agreement to pull out. The news is saying that we've already accepted not accepted a couple of offers, but we're entertaining a couple. We're just starting to speculate exactly who is going to take over naming rights for the Buffalo Bills Stadium. So it was definitely an interesting story, right? It's really not much of a surprise. A lot having to do with the fact that I believe it was only about a month ago, maybe even only a couple of weeks ago, that New Era announced a whole round of layoffs right in the Buffalo headquarters by itself. So there was no question that they were seeing hard times financially via the pandemic. But what makes it even more interesting was the fact that apparently New Era and the Pegulas have been working for about a year to restructure their initial 7-year agreement, which equaled out to be about $4 million a year. So it looked like New Era was actually struggling far longer than we initially anticipated, and the pandemic was essentially just the nail in the coffin. And it does make a lot of sense because naming rights sounds cool, but essentially you're just signing a contract to pay the Pegulas a shit ton of money in hopes that you'll be able to sell a shit ton of your product. And granted, I'm sure that they did, but some hard financial times ended up obviously hitting them. And so while New Era is on its way out, there's already been a couple of companies who have been rumored to put a bid on naming the Buffalo Bills Stadium. One in particular, the company Tushy. And so you might ask me, Dan, what the does Tushy do? Well, let me tell you what. It's a bidet company. And if you don't have a bidet in your house right now, then you frankly aren't living. And my homie has one with a built-in dryer. Not only does it exfoliate my after a long session of beer, it dries it afterwards. Cleanest asshole this side of the Mississippi. And so apparently the founder of Tushy, Mike Argowal, said that the company would like to deploy portable toilets equipped with its bidet across parking lots and tailgating venues for every Bills home game in 2020 and 2021. Now this is interesting, number one, because not only will the Bills Mafia continue to be the best fan base in all of sports, but we will also be the best fan base with the cleanest asses as well. So I mean, this obviously is going to be bringing a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to this deal. My only question is, where's this dude's business sense? I would not put any type of valuable equipment in the hands of Bills Mafia whatsoever. I mean, if this guy plans on renewing these portable toilets each and every single home game, then by all means do it. But just after 3 hours of that first tailgate, he's going to have to burn each and every single one of them. And so besides that, I did take Twitter and I did ask some of you, what exactly would you like our stadium to be called? And then here are some examples. We have SpaceX Stadium, Tesla Stadium, Labatt Blue Stadium, Molson Canadian Stadium, Weber's Stadium, Saline Stadium, Buffalo Wild Wings Stadium, which I personally think the city of Buffalo would riot over. And then last but not least, my personal choice. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's the current scenario surrounding the Buffalo Bills organization at this time. Do me a favor, leave a comment. What would you ideally like the Buffalo Bills Stadium to be called? And I really want to hear your thought process on that. Ladies and gentlemen, my most recent live stream, I ended up playing my Buffalo Bills Madden franchise. I'm planning on going live a lot, and it's going to be during sporadic time. So say that you're subscribed to this channel. I highly recommend clicking that bell icon so you know exactly when you can come on my YouTube channel and watch me be absolute trash on Madden. I promise you it's worth a couple of laughs. Besides that, Don Mafia, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another edition of the Don Mafia Report. And above all else, let's go Buffalo.